Hi, welcome to this video. I'm Sophie, 18 years old, and I have been an international student at Rangiora High School for 2 years. I've created this video with the help of a couple of friends.
Hello, my name is Mark Francis and I'm an international student from Dubai.
I'm Pippa, I'm Sophie's best friend.
And I'm Lucy, I'm Pippa's sister, and we both go to Rangiora High School.
Hi, my name's Melissa and I'm the Director of International Students at Rangiora High School, which is in North Canterbury.
This video will be about what you can expect as an international student when coming to New Zealand. So I will talk about the New Zealand culture, about your support team at school, how it is to live in a homestay, and in general, what New Zealand is like. So I would recommend this video to anyone who is not sure about going to New Zealand because it will give you an insight and paint a better picture of what you can expect. I would say there's nothing left to say, so let's go. My first question is, how would you describe New Zealand?
I would describe New Zealand as beautiful.
Very inviting.
Yeah, I would say it's very inviting, outdoorsy, and laid back.
Peaceful.
Very outdoorsy. Very outdoorsy.
Very focused on sport, very friendly, and full of outdoors activities. It's very outdoorsy.
Exciting.
As a very strong community.
Wait, I got another one.
Yep.
In 3 words. I like it.
Okay, now that we have a little quick impression, let's talk about what is New Zealand culture like. I go first. I think New Zealand culture is, especially compared to say where I am from, is very open and very friendly, and people are just excited to meet you, and people are just want to know who you are.
It's relaxed and very easygoing.
We tend to have a lot of barbecues and gatherings with lots of people, and yeah, dinner is the main meal.
The culture here in New Zealand is very different to where I come from because people here are very friendly.
I'd say we've got friendly people, and it's just laid back and easy.
I think New Zealand's culture is we're a very diverse country and we're extremely friendly and welcoming, and I think we're really laid back, peaceful people, and we really love welcoming tourists and international students and travellers from overseas.
That is definitely true. The next big point I will talk about is the New Zealand school. As many people probably know, the New Zealand school is very, very different from the German school. New Zealand has so many more subjects, and students really can explore just a lot about what we would have as one subject, but in New Zealand it's split up into many different parts. And if we take art as an example, we got one art class here in Germany, but there you can take painting, photography, design, sculpture, even tattooing, and many more subjects.
I take very agricultural and very sciencey based subjects, and it's really cool because agriculture is one of New Zealand's biggest exports and biggest main markets, and so it's really cool that our school gives us a chance to learn and make a career out of it.
That's cool. My subjects include cooking, sewing, digital technologies, languages, along with my main subjects, English, math, science, and social studies.
We have there's a lot of opportunities to try different subjects and different things that you might not find back where you're from.
So currently I take outdoor education, graphic design, English, and outdoor education. As an international student, it's definitely a really good course to take since you can experience most of New Zealand, like bush, mountains, beaches. You can sea kayak, you can hike, you can camp. Like just my last trip, we were having a survival trip out in the bush and out in the mountains.
Yeah, the subjects and the trips are definitely a big thing here in New Zealand. and you as an international student will get to do some as well. Of course, I can only speak for Rangiora High School, but I know you can expect to go on them with other schools as well. So, for example, my time I've done a trip to Auckland, one to Kaikoura, and one to Queenstown. They were all really amazing, and I really enjoyed doing them with the other internationals, and it was really just a fun time. Yeah, this leads me to my next question, which is why the New Zealand school system is so good and such a good choice for an international student.
The New Zealand education system is really welcoming, really flexible, and we're very catering for different learning types. So I really think that an international student can come here and find their passion and really blossom. So we have so many different types of subjects, and if you're a student who loves art, you can just immerse yourself in art. If you're a student who loves being in the outdoors, you can do equine as a subject, outdoor education, and it's just a very flexible, friendly learning environment.
I bet you, where you come from, your school is really stressful. I'm pretty sure it is. Same here. And here in New Zealand, here it's really relaxed. Like in the school you're at, I bet you were studying like 40 hours a day, which is technically impossible, but somehow you are. Studying for like 300 exams. But here in New Zealand, you can just relax, have fun, study and be yourself. You'll love it.
Yes. My next question is, what can international students expect when coming to New Zealand? But this time it focuses more on the out of school life.
Oh, that's a really good question, and I could talk for a long, long time. But when I think about my students that come each year to Rangiora High School, they can expect to be out and about doing lots of different activities. So they can be tourist activities, out and about in the beautiful, stunning scenery, horse riding at the beach, surfing in the mountains, making lots of new friends, and just trying lots of different adventures.
Yes, this is true. And I personally want to add that you will develop a lot as a person because you will be facing situations you've never faced before in your life. But still, you're going to have the most amazing time. And one really important thing is that you will never be alone on this journey. You not only have people just like you at your school, international students that have come from different countries around the world, but you will also be supported by many more people, one of them being your international director. So for you to better understand who that is and what they do, I've asked my one from Rangiora High School.
We are the people who are responsible for looking after our students when they arrive in New Zealand, and we are like their mentor while they're here. So we offer academic, pastoral support. We're like a champion behind them, making sure that they get to do all of the fun and exciting things they dreamt of doing before they arrived in New Zealand.
Yes, and I can say from experience, I have always felt supported. And with my problems or worries, I always knew that I have a place to go and I have people to talk to that will listen and will help me. And yeah, so you see, I really want to take away that fear that you don't know where to go when you got a problem. Because I know I had that fear before I came to New Zealand. Yeah, one of your biggest support systems will be your host family. So my next question is, how is it living in a host family?
I will say, from my experience and advice, it's very different from what you're used to. Like, host families, of course, they will have different expectations or different ideas of what it's like to have an international student, but it's definitely really exciting. It prepares you for the future world and opens up your mind for what the world is like out there. I did not know anything about New Zealand, and I was freaking out. But my expectations were New Zealand would be cold, at least from where I came from, the Middle East. And one thing that kind of shocked me was the country had grass.
Yes, I have been in more than one host family during my time, and although they've all been different and different to my family at home, I have had a great time with all of them, and I've learned so much from all of them because they live different lives, and it also teaches you that there are different ways of living. And yeah, so I really enjoyed staying in a host family. And yeah, this leads me already to my last question, which is, what advice would you give to someone before they're coming to New Zealand?
Just try to drop your expectations and just loosen yourself. And just let fate carry you. That helped me a lot.
Do it. It's one of the biggest opportunities you could get, and I'll just say go for it.
It's a great thing to do, and we can teach you a lot.
And I met some of the best people through exchange. Just, do it.
Just prepare to be really open-minded. Start to think about some of the things that you'd like to do when you're in New Zealand, because time can go very quickly. And just, get really excited because you're going to have the best time of your life. Talk to other students who have been here. Ask for suggestions of what to do, and ask them what the Kiwi culture is like, because it's different from the German culture, and celebrate the differences between the German culture and the Kiwi culture.